ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Lisa Nelson. Come on.
So I got the call today that everyone regrets. My mother called me and said she's coming to town. I'm supposed to go August. I've got that many months to think about it. And I don't mind my family. I really love them. But they ask me the stupidest questions. Like my brother-in-law asked me one time, Lisa, would you cry if I died? And I thought about that one for a couple minutes. And I decided, you know what, I probably would cry if he died. But only after the police came to arrest me. Coming up for my birthday party. I love birthdays. You guys love birthdays? You know why I love birthdays? I love birthdays because on my birthday, I always ask myself those huge questions in life. Am I going anywhere? Am I doing anything? At what age is it no longer acceptable to rip open the birthday card to search for money before you actually read the birthday card itself? I was actually at a barbecue recently for a birthday, and I got the duty of grill duty. And lucky me, we have a vegan there. Comes over with his veggie burger, and he says, "Excuse me, can you clean off a piece of your grill so I can put my veggie burger there?" And I said, "You know, this grill's been going for a couple hours now. It's kind of hot. So why don't I put down a piece of aluminum foil for you? Will that do you?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you so much." So I'm flipping the burgers a couple minutes later. Veggie boy spots me from about 20 yards away, screaming, "Please don't flip my burger with that meat-infested spatula." So I wiped the spatula off for him. I did a courtesy thing. But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to take that veggie burger hit. I wanted to sandwich it between two big fat pieces of meat. I wanted to smash it into the grill, take a bratwurst, and just drip the juices across the top. But I held back. And I don't believe in karma. But 20 minutes later, we're playing softball. And the ball is hit to deep left center field. And guess who's playing deep left center field? Oh, vegan boy. And he's up there with his big leather glove. I think what he's trying to say there is it's okay to slaughter the cow for recreation. Just don't use it for things like eating and clothing. But the mitt did him no good, because he didn't catch the ball. The ball actually hit him right here in the head, knocked him out unconscious right there. So we call 911, and the dispatcher says to me, "Paramedics are on their way, but you need to probably put some ice on that head to reduce the swelling and control the bleeding." And wouldn't you know, I didn't have any ice. I did, however. I have a few frozen ham and patties. So I'm talking to my mother yesterday, and she says to me that her biggest regret in life is that she didn't feed us more when we were children. Which is true, they didn't spank us at all. It's probably because my mother worked and my father was a juvenile diabetic. He was a double amputee. And so while she was at work, he would be on discipline duty, and sure enough, we'd piss him off. And by the time he'd get in his legs and run after us, actually it was more of an awkward wobble than anything. But he could never catch us, so we'd be on way. So he needed to come up with plan B. And he sat on the couch with the belt underneath the cushion. And you knew you were in trouble if you screamed, "Lisa!" And he'd start snapping the belt. "Get over here." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm all over that one. I'm going to be right there." So he realized that's not going to work. So inevitably it gets to the point where we make him mad enough. And he's looking, he says, "Get over here." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not going there." He picks up his leg and he throws it at me. Now for the rest of you in the audience who grew up being beaten with prosthetic limbs, you will agree with me here that the first time this happens, you are going to get hit. Because you just don't see where it's coming. You're just caught off guard. Now you have to understand, my father was 6'8", so his leg's about this tall. It's like a midget coming at you at 40 miles an hour. Yeah, my father was tall, and people are obsessed with my my height as well. They always want to know how tall I am, so I'm going to clear it up for you. 5'12". Thank you. And I don't mind being this height, but when I was younger, it kind of sucked for the dating. Men would walk up to me and they'd say the craziest things. They'd say, you know, I could probably never date you. Because my father told me if you date a woman with big hands, it'll make your dick look small. I met the perfect guy. I was lucky. I met him on matchmaker.com of all things. And we were at dinner with some friends recently, and someone was kind of debating if they wanted to do the whole personal thing, but they didn't know if they wanted to spend money on the monthly membership. My boyfriend says, you know what? Lisa is worth every penny that I spent on that membership. And everyone thought, oh, that is so cute. And I kicked him under the table because he was on the free trial. And we live in San Francisco. We live in the most spectacular loft. We have San Franciscans. We have this 30-foot wall of glass. And every morning we wake up to the most spectacular sunlight. But you know, you always have that friend that likes to ruin everything for you, knows a little too much about everything. My friend knows too much about feng shui. She wants to tell me that you wake up to natural sunlight, cause some kind of bad energies or something. I'm had bad luck for years. And I didn't believe her, but then I was walking down the street, and a homeless guy stopped me and said, excuse me, ma'am, but you have $1 because I'm down on my luck. And I looked at him, and I noticed his cardboard box. It was open to the sun. And I said, sir, you need to turn that thing around. That's feng shui. That's your problem right there. And I'm trying to lose some weight. I joined that team in training stuff. All right. Exactly. It's a 6-month program, right? You can get to do 26 miles after 6 months. So we start off, we go to Tony's Pasta. We're going to fuel up for our run. Yeah, I don't know about you, but after I had a big bowl of pasta, I'm really not out for running. I'm going to go home and take a little nappy nap. And I got Nina, the psycho trainer. Nina, she's run so much that her boobs are gone. I don't know what happened to them. Must have fallen off, but your boobs are as flat as your stomach. You're just not looking good anymore. So I actually got thrown off the team of training team. I'm not going to talk about it here at this time. But I went to the gym instead, and I was working on the elliptical machine, which I love the elliptical machine, right? And I burned 1,100 calories in an hour. It was fabulous. Exactly. And my boyfriend sees it somewhere. He says, that seems like an awful lot of calories there, Lisa. And I said, well, when you weigh more, you burn more calories. He said, you mean you actually put your real weight in the exercise machine? Is there anyone out there lying to their exercise machine? Because if you are lying to your exercise machine, the fact that you need to lose a few pounds, that's probably not your biggest problem. No, it's not. I enjoy going to look at the places that he visited online. You know where he was recently, guys? meetandinmate.com. He's trying to upgrade from me to a convict. And I wanted to see what these women had that I don't have. And I went to the website and I checked out a couple ads. And for one thing, these women have an appreciation for the outdoors that I will simply never have. Most of them are bisexual, but every single one of them is willing to relocate anywhere. And I checked out the guy's ads, and I found the ad for me. It said, not your run-of-the-mill convict. He is a temporarily incarcerated entrepreneur/explorer. He lists his life, tattoos, topless dancers, long walks through the woods. But is this life? Color orange? Bloody sandwiches? Confidential informants? And you know, I was very bad at relationships for years. Very, very bad at relationships because I had problems with communication. And I've learned that you need to communicate, especially during sex. Communicate. And I've learned that asking a man Are you inside me? Especially if you're giving them a blowjob at the time. Don't do this because they also think it's funny. You keep that thought to yourself. If you think your man doesn't want to talk about your feelings, you try to tell him what you're not feeling sometimes. All right, it's my time, Lisa Nelson. Thank you.